all of our stuff on it. So
Hello, my name is Nathan. I'm a senior and recently been accepted to Texas A&M Commerce. And just of last year, I have enlisted to the Army Reserves.
Hello. Oh my name is Ferrari Gonzalez. I'm a senior and I've been accepted to Texas A&M Commerce and I'll study for graphic design.
Hello, my name is Jatori. I have recently been accepted to UNT and I plan on going there to study engineering or architecture.
Hello, my name is Yobesh Carroll, and I don't know where I'm gonna go yet, but I know I want to pursue mechanical engineering.
My name is Diamond Harris. I've been accepted and I will be attending SFA in Nacogdoches. I plan to become a cardiothoracic surgeon.
Before we start, I would like everyone to applaud to your administrators and your teachers for giving us this opportunity as students to make an impact and make a change in this world. So, we are WW Samuell High School. We are Project Life, and I will ask you a question to keep in mind after we are done in introducing what we have worked on. Life never stops for everyone. Us individually, we have different challenges, aspects of life, and our overall goals. So, my question to you is if life doesn't stop, why should you? My apologies. The challenge that we did is challenge number 3, college options and best fit colleges. We help students and ask them, what is your next step in life? Not just in high school goals, but after it, either it's with universities, work, internships, etc. Um, we have a greater aspect towards a depth of understanding and what their goals are and to help them succeed forward in their own definition of success.
So we came up with multiple solutions, and the main ones were to provide students with various scholarships and show them how important they are, and so they can have financial flexibility when going to college. We also exposed many students to the TSI, and many of those students didn't know what the TSI test was. And we also went to detention and ISS to kind of get the kids that were left behind and that weren't in school all the time to let them know that they also have an opportunity too, even even though their behavior kind of hinders them to do some stuff, they still have the same opportunity as everyone else.
Oh, okay, well, this is a slide where I said we have our responsibilities. So my job was to gather students to be able to take the TSI and also apply to Eastfield, so they will be able to take the dual credit classes the next year. Um,
My name is Yobesh, and my job was to conduct signups for Raise.me, which is a program that gives micro scholarships from various different colleges to all the different students who apply there. And I also signed up for the Dallas County Promise, and I was also over guest speakers.
My job was to actually go around the school and interview the students and staff to kind of get their perspective of the whole thing that we're doing and how they feel that this will affect and help students.
My name is Vrania and my responsibility was to create marketing material and visual work.
My name is Nathan. My job was to provide assistance, information gathering, and consulting ideas towards students and parents, also with teachers, to have a better understanding to what's what's their next steps, not be afraid, and also have the courage and the motivation to continue on with education and their life.
as you can tell that there's 3 of our partners who are not here. They're actually at school testing right now, so sorry about that.
We went out to ask students what they needed in order for us to understand for them to go to college and career preparation. They they also didn't know they also didn't know about TSI requirement for college. What is next with Project Life?
So our overall goal, as I stated in the beginning, is to ask people what is their next step. With Project Life, our next step is to gather more information, gather more opportunities, gather more speaker guests to have opportunities and lead students and parents to not into a stop where they hit a wall or be feared in financial aid, emotional, uh, etc. From that aspect, we also work with Project Life, different organizations in our school, such as AVID, Student Council, NHS, and so forth. So that's our next steps, have more time and more information we're gathering.
So here I actually stayed after school to go help the detention students create Raise.me accounts, which he explained what they were. They help you get micro scholarships so you can kind of have a little help when going to college so you don't have to pay all that money yourself. And we helped them, um, we showed them how to build resumes. So if they don't want to go straight to college and they want a career, they can actually, how can I say it, pursue. Well, it helps them, just know that. Um, teamwork.
So, in some of our classes, we had colleges come in and talk to the students. We also had on-site. Well, there was weeks. Okay, I'm speaking from experience. So there was weeks before the colleges came in, so we had applications given to us, and then she was like, "There's on-site acceptances, so make sure you have this done. Your resume with you, your transcript." There was a lot of students who didn't know what to do, so the resume building was actually good for them because it helped get on-site acceptances to TSU and Jarvis. So we had over 100 students get accepted into TSU and Jarvis on site, like in school, like right then and there. So that's a good thing. Um, we had them do scholarship applications because a lot of people just stopped giving up. Like I know I'm one of those people. Like I'm like, oh my God, scholarships are so much to deal with. So it's like with Raise.me, it was easy because it's just like, hey, just put in your information and college start giving you offers. So um, that was good. We had a lot of guest speakers come in from out like UTA. What else? We had a resident from the surgical wing at UT Southwestern come in and speak. We had a career day where a lot of guest speakers came in and talked. Also with the TSI stuff, so we had the students do EASFL applications because without the EASFL application or any DC Triple D application, they wouldn't be able to take the dual credit classes and get their full stuff for it. So yeah.
These are some of the statistics of the influence that we've happened to make. So over the 8 weeks that we've been doing this challenge, the underclassmen at our school have raised over $500,000 in scholarship money through Raise.me. Next. And prior to this challenge, over 25% of seniors had no idea what the Dallas County Promise Pledge was. That's over 100 students who have no idea and are blind to the opportunities that are presented to them. And they don't know that they could have a full associate's degree paid for through the Dallas County Promise. Now we've managed to bring that percentage down to only 12%, and the percentage is still dropping.
Okay, so the TSI is an acuplacer that we need to have, like to attend a college in Texas. And a lot of students don't know this. I know that I didn't know this until my freshman year, but a lot of students didn't know that after high school, the TSI is not free. So like we're trying to help these kids understand, hey, look, you need this test to be able to be placed into a college class, let alone go to college. So if you're not exempted or you haven't already taken it, do you want to take it? And there was like kids was like, I didn't even know we needed this. So we got them signed up. Um, like I said it before, like over half the students we approached didn't even know about it. But in the end, we gathered. It says 220 students, but I'm pretty sure it's over that to participate in the prep sessions, which we held one on the 23rd. We're holding another on the 30th, and we're holding the test day a couple of weeks after that. And also, I mentioned before we had students apply to Eastville. These are the requirements for the TSI. So yeah. Um, we are Project Life, and we would like to thank you guys for having us out here to speak. And yeah.
So, congratulations on getting here and good job. Tell me the answer to my same question to some of the other teams. How are you going to sustain this in the future, and who's going to take over the work that you've done this year?
So in the future, we actually planned on creating a website to and like some social media platforms to kind of push, and not just individual platform on social media for Project Life, but we will push those on ours as well. And just like we're gonna treat it like we're senior officers. We're gonna pass the torch down to oncoming kids, and like not just kids in Avid or like we're gonna spread it throughout the whole entire school.
Okay. Um, I'm sorry, were you gonna? So there's 5 of you here, and you said 3 are back at campus testing. Um, Next year, I mean, I'm assuming your numbers are very impressive for the number of students that have participated in this, because there's 8 of y'all, correct? So when you're talking about over 200 kids learning about the TSI and 100 kids getting on Raise.me and apply for scholarships, that's really impressive. What do you think it's going to take next year as you plan, and how are you going to replicate your efforts and yourself?
The fact that we're gonna have way more time to prepare for this and to recruit more people from all over different organizations in the school will really allow us to make even more of an impact. Like I said, in only 8 weeks, the underclassmen were able to raise $500,000 in scholarship. Imagine what we could do with more time than that.
Having been at Samuel for about 6 years as an assistant principal, and now I work in the Pleasant Grove area, you have a very challenging neighborhood in Pleasant Grove. So besides all the obstacles that you deal with in terms of, being first generation, most of you to go to college, how do you bridge those obstacles out there in your community? It's your community. How do you bridge them? The distractions, the challenging obstacles that you have besides paperwork and besides communications?
It's kind of a challenging question to answer, but all I can really say is the most I can do as a student is tell these children that, hey, you can't let your environment raise you. You have to be able to raise yourself and become a better person outside of what you've grown up in. So, I mean, that's all I can really say. I can't really try to push them towards something they don't want, but I can try my hardest to let them know that there's other people out here who's been through way worse than you and still living the best life that they can. So.
Great presentation, you guys. I really love the fact that you brought someone on site that 100 kids got accepted to college on the spot. That's awesome. And that there is real tangible money raised for kids to go to college. I'm curious, like, what your reflections were on the experience, and also about like going to the detention classrooms and um, speaking with students who maybe were not being targeted before for college.
So my experience towards that, having one-on-one towards teachers and students, is that we basically have a taste what feels in their shoes and what they face and their challenges. We can somewhat relate because most of us in here have our own challenges, either through money, family, personal problems, emotional. You can name all of them. But in the end, we all come together and we focus onto one goal: is to succeed.
All right, let's hear it for our last.